Right, what's going on, my friend? How you doing today? I hope you're having a great day so far. And so I want to make this video. I touched on this with my clients because it's something that, I guess you could say made me hit like a mental plateau, right? Like a brick wall or something, right? It'll probably be a couple weeks ago when this is actually posted, right? But basically, I'm pretty sure I did mention it. Yeah, I did mention it on Instagram. Actually, I haven't even mentioned, like, some of you who don't follow me on Instagram got no idea what's going on here. Who's rating this fresh barnet? You know what I'm saying? Made exclusively by my mum. Grade 4 on the top, grade 2 the sides and back. Obviously can't see my hairdresser right now, so done is better than perfect, right? And honestly, as you can see, if you look really close, you can actually see a line here, right? That's actually where I cracked my head open about almost a decade ago, all right? I'm not sure if any of you play FIFA. You know the falling brick celebration? Yeah. I did that in the pool and landed head first at the bottom, so don't do that, right? But anyway, my point is yeah, I mean, I mentioned on my Instagram as well that I've got a bit of like a inner elbow issue, bit of golfer's elbow, I guess you could say, as I kind of hit a peak in like the intensity of my workouts, as I've been showing, like I've been making awesome strength gains and such, getting a lot stronger and getting very close to my body weight strength goals. And obviously with this, plateau or like this minor setback, obviously when I get setback, I can't let my head go a bit all over the place. It's like one moment you're making good progress since the initial setback, when you take a step back from your training intensity and volume. The next thing you know, your elbows start to ache like crazy, and then I just get all these things going on in my head, and then the next morning everything feels good. It's like, what on earth is going on? Do you know what I mean? Get mentally distracted like this, it kind of impacts all areas of my life, right? And I think that for me, especially when I hit these kinds of plateaus or minor setbacks in my fitness journey, I get a very attached to certain things, you know what I mean? I think, as an example, like when I have a minor setback, and obviously right now I cannot train at the intensity that I usually train at, right? So obviously as a result, I can't actually push my upper body to the strength standards that I was at initially. And so obviously as a result, obviously in the short term, I'm not as strong, and obviously I may not look as muscular, right? And so as a result, just like, oh my days, it's like I'm looking a bit smaller. I then compare how I look now to like, photos I've taken in the past in my absolute peak condition and like the best conditions possible after a workout in good lighting. It's just like, oh damn. It's like, am I actually getting anywhere? It's like, am I actually making any progress? Like, what am I actually doing? Like, is what I actually do work, right? And here's the thing, I mean, the reality is that, no matter how strong or physically or mentally healthy you are, all right, you're always gonna have that, almost, not syndrome, but like a tendency to compare yourself to others, do you know what I mean? And I think for me, I thought that when I actually started my fitness journey, 120 pounds, skin to the bone, like, confidence was non-existent, right? I thought like, right, when I get jacked, I'm not gonna have this problem ever again. And for me, it's almost like it's actually got worse to an extent to sometimes, because like when times like these, when I have like a setback and I give myself more time to procrastinate and compare myself to others, it's like as my own standards for myself have increased, both in terms of how strong I am, how flexible I am, or just how good I look, right? Obviously, I now compare myself to people who also have much higher standards, who are also later on, like along their road, right? So obviously when I was at chapter 1, I'd compare people who are at chapter 1 like myself. And obviously now if I'm at like chapter 10, I compare myself who are at chapter 10, do you know what I mean? And obviously I may compare how I look in like my worst state, I guess you could say, and then compare myself to someone who, may be at like chapter 20 in their peak condition. It's just like, oh damn, like what on earth am I doing? Like, am I actually getting anywhere, all right? Because again, it's like the whole thing with the body images, right? It's like you can like compare your body in like very normal day-to-day conditions, and then you look at someone who is in their peak condition after a workout, so they got that post-workout pump going on, they got awesome lighting, they got a perfect filter on, and it's like, why aren't I looking like that every day? And then it's like you then replicate that, right? Get yourself in your best condition, and you compare yourself like for day-to-day life compared to like your best after workout photo. It's like, what? It's like, what? Why aren't I looking like that? It's like, it's unrealistic to expect to look that way all the time, but I still question, like, am I actually getting anywhere, right? But then I actually realized why I actually do this in the first place, particularly with bodyweight training and calisthenics, you know. In the past, what motivated me initially when I started my fitness journey at the age of 16 at school is really for the validation of others, do you know what I mean? It's like, for me, I wanted to get bigger and stronger and more muscular and, you know, physically, you know, appealing to the eye, right? Because obviously, you know, I want to stop getting bullied, or not so much bullied. I'm talking bullied on the pitch because I was so weak, right, playing sports and that. And obviously, I just wanted to, you know, be more attracted to girls. But I actually felt that from that way of actually trying to train to look a certain way to validate the opinions of other people actually made me more unfulfilled than ever. There was a time where I think maybe probably like 3 years ago, right, where I gained about, I think it was like 15 pounds in 15 weeks. So obviously it was a bit like, it wasn't like a dirty bulk, but it was a very focused bulk, do you know what I mean? So obviously I gained a bit of fat, I gained a bit of muscle, right? I gained a lot of size, right? So obviously as I got bigger in that, I mean, obviously I was much stronger in the weight room and such, as obviously that's what I was doing at the time. But I thought, like, right, it's like, I look freaking awesome. Like, girls, come over to me, right? On the football pitch, you can't mess with me, right? But at the end of the day, right, on the football pitch, felt like I was wearing a freaking weight vest because of how much weight I gained, right? So I was actually just like, went from a pretty athletic dude to just being like, freaking immobile slug, right? Who was tighter, more stiff than ever, right? And then also I realized with girls, it's like they weren't really any more attracted to me compared to before. Obviously, yes, a bit more attracted with my physique, but I realized from that, it's like, you know, people in general aren't actually going to be attracted to you just because you have a good looking body. So for me, I was like, right, it's like, I've got stronger in the weights room, I've got bigger, but now it's like, I'm less athletic. Girls don't care about my physique as much as I thought. And I still freaking sucked at bodyweight exercises, right? Even though I gained so much strength, I still could barely do more than 5 chin-ups, more than 3 pull-ups. And it's just like, wow, it's like, what am I actually doing? It's like, I've gained all the size, but I feel like I can't actually do anything with it, right? And that's when I really realized, right, that instead of actually training for the validation of others, the best thing you can actually do is train for the validation of yourself, right? That's really what actually matters. Do you know what I mean? It's like, as human beings, we're selfish. We only care about things for our own benefit, right? We don't really care too much. Obviously, we care about others, but, you know, we do our goals for ourselves, right? So that's what's most important. I don't think you should approach your health and fitness to, you know, try and impress others or validate others' opinions when really the only thing that actually matters is yourself, how confident and comfortable you feel in your own skin. Do you see what I'm saying? As I said, I mean, if one of your motivating factors is to become more attractive to, you know, people you want to be attracted by, obviously it does help. Like, I'm going to be honest, right? It does help, right? But it's not so much of how people see you because of your physique. It's how you actually show up to others because of the confidence you have in yourself, right? It's not so much the physique. Even though the physique is appealing, what's actually most attractive in all of those traits is actually the confidence you display. And obviously that confidence can largely, you know, be impacted by, you know, just feeling more confident in your skin by having a better looking body. You see what I'm saying? And as I said, that confidence mainly comes by you in your own health and fitness by actually, you know, whatever your goals are, right, mastering that craft and actually getting better at it every single day, right, as that's going to make you most confident and happy and fulfilled within yourself, right, to actually display that in any other area of your life that you want to focus on. Do you see what I'm saying? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, no one wins a gold medal for achieving a certain goal, right? Unless you're like a professional athlete, right? You see what I'm saying? I mean, we've all got different goals. We all progress at different rates. Like I said, when it comes to strength, mobility, flexibility, athleticism, it's like we all progress at different rates, not just because of our genetics, but because we all dedicate different focuses to those goals, you know what I mean? It's like, if you're someone like myself who trains for, you know, mastering the advanced feats of bodyweight strength, right? Obviously, yeah, you're going to build some muscle, right? You're going to have a good looking body, but you may not be as jacked as like a bodybuilder who trains purely for muscle size, right? So there's no need or really any point trying to compare yourself to them, right? When it comes to muscle size, because that's not like what you are mainly training for. And at the same time, someone who's a bodybuilder, right, can't really compare someone who can do handstands, splits, one-arm chin-ups, muscle-ups, all these cool things with your body weight, because it's not what they train for. So at the same time, it's not something they should compare themselves to, because it's not something they directly work for. Again, it's like, for me, my biggest thing is that I never really compare my strengths to anyone else. I mainly compare my weaknesses to other people's strengths, or things I may not be, best at, and look at other people who are like masters at them. And it's just like, why aren't I at that level, right? And it's pretty simple. It's because I don't dedicate, the most time to that craft, because it doesn't attract me as much. Do you see what I'm saying? And as I said, we all progress at different rates. We're all at our different journeys, if that makes sense. If you're 1 year into your fitness journey, it's like you're not going to look the same as someone who's been training for 10 years, right? Because as I said, it's not, what's not important is not how you progress, compared to other people. It's how you actually progress based on yourself, right? Because like I said, from my experience at least, right, what makes us happiest, most confident and fulfilled as human beings is not, how much we progress compared to others. Is us improving our own craft and our own goals that we want to achieve, rather than setting goals that we think other people want us to achieve, and getting better at that every day. And, start to not only achieve but exceed goals that you actually initially thought wasn't possible before, right? And I think especially when we look at calisthenics and bodyweight exercises, for me at least, some of the things I can now do with my body weight that I can even do as a warm-up, let's say, right? It's like I could barely do that before. I could barely even, let alone imagine doing things like that before. And honestly, for me, that's what provides me the most confidence, happiness and fulfillment in myself, to not only keep on progressing my own journey, but to then, distribute that confidence in all areas of my life. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like all of us, we have different goals, we have different things that make us happy and fulfilled, so it only makes sense to prioritize those goals and then not compare ourselves to others in different ways where, we put ourselves down for our weaknesses and then compare that to other people's biggest strengths, right? Again, take it from my experience, right? If you try and do this to impress other people, you're gonna be left very, empty and unfulfilled, almost like the glass being half empty, right? Whereas if you do this for yourself, for the validation of yourself, that's where the glass is always half full, right? You're always going to be fulfilled and satisfied with the progress you made, but it's always a constant evolution of moving forward from there, right? So yeah, I wanted to get that off my chest. I hope you've gained some value from this. I hope you take me seriously, right, with this new haircut, right? A lot of people have got some mixed emotions with this haircut, but man, it feels so damn good, right, to not have a thick mop on top of my head. All right, it feels good to actually exercise without freaking dripping sweat because I've got a thick mop on my head. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and if this resonated with you at all, and you love to just have a chat with me, right? Obviously, I've got my social media links and my email in the link in the description below for us to connect, right? And yeah, I believe that's everything covered, right? Is there anything else I wanted to say? Oh yeah, no one's perfect. I'm not perfect, so if we all know that we can't be perfect, you shouldn't try to strive for perfection yourself, and then obviously beat yourself down because you're not perfect, right? I mean, like I said, everyone's imperfection and your imperfection is obviously what makes people love you for the way you are. I mean, oh damn, that's some pretty crazy stuff. I don't think we're going fitness now, we're going somewhere else. But anyway, hope that makes sense. Stay strong, stay healthy, wash your damn hands, keep moving forward, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh yeah, and I appreciate you.